Hi Zach, it's Mr. Nash. This is your first blog, Mark. I'm going to go through your blogs, kind of see what you've done, then look at the checklist to see if what you need to add, and then look at the specification and give you kind of a rough kind of first draft grade. Okay, so you've got your welcome post, and then you've got a brainstorm using Poplet. So let's open that and see. Okay, you've used it a little bit, but you need to make this much better. Okay, it's quite basic. You need to expand it further. Okay, you can push on each thing, kind of take, okay, what is the important, what should they do, what shouldn't they do, okay, why is it important to grab the audience's attention and stuff like that. Okay, so something you need to kind of work on a bit more. Excuse me. Okay, and you've then got a video of cuts. Okay, I'm just gonna have a little look and then kind of get back to you. Okay, one sec. It's a good video telling you about cuts and stuff, but you need to put your own kind of take on it. You're just using someone else's video, which isn't kind of putting your own media knowledge into it, and you need better reason why you've chose it down the bottom. Okay, you got poster and sound here again. It's good, but you need to go into more detail. It might be much better to make like a prezi on this and then embed some videos that are talking specifically about parallel sound, diegetic sound, non-diegetic sound, contrapuntal sound, and put in clips and then kind of goes into a bit more detail. Otherwise it's quite simple. Again, you got your mise en scène. You got pictures, point out the bits that why it links to what, why it's important. Okay, say what's going on. For example, here, she's in white, she's in black. What could that connote and stuff like this. The fact that it's in prison. This one, why are they walking around a telly? What day? What's the difference? Okay, this needs to go into a bit more detail. Here's your cinematography, but again, it's not your own work; it's someone else's. You need to do this in more detail, okay? Maybe use a Prezi, a Poplet or whatever and kind of go off in more details. Then you can use these pictures potentially, or maybe use real shots from films rather than a Lego man, okay? Otherwise it's very basic. Okay, so you've got here some preliminary tasks saying what you're going to look at and what was good, what was bad. Here's a previous preliminary task. Okay, I'm just going to watch it and see. Okay, so this was someone else's preliminary task. Some groups you need to kind of go, if you're using this, you need to kind of say why. Okay, going into a bit more detail, could you take anything from this, etc. Maybe the ones we did in class could have been looked at as well because you filled out a form. Okay, you got a storyboard, using storyboard that, but it's only free. You need to either have your real storyboard up or add much more, otherwise something else is doing the work for you. Okay, right, you got a picture of your notes that you have to do in part of your preliminary task. Okay, good. Pictures of you working on your preliminary task. Good. You need a bit more kind of explanation down here. Okay, here's your preliminary task. I'm just going to watch it and then talk back through it. Actually quite good. I like the shots at the end of you waiting and stuff like that. You kind of did everything that was needed to be done. Well done. The only couple of mistakes where you're over the shoulder shot, you need to make sure if you're doing it, it's always the same shoulder of each character. So if it's your right shoulder, it needs to be Ruby's right shoulder. Okay, you went from like left to right a couple of times, so the angles didn't work out too well, but good attempt. Okay, what you said, look back, what you could do better. Good. Okay, and you got some feedback now. Okay, I'm just going to watch them all and talk to you after. One sec. Okay, so I've just watched the videos of your feedback. Some of them have said some good points. Well done for chucking that on. You might want to make something take from it, what you're going to add to, not add, but what you're going to use to make sure that you're going to do a good film opening, okay, or cuts and stuff like that. So listen to their feedback. Okay, and then you've got the film before the film. Maybe explain what you're going to do, okay. So, oh, you've referenced me. Okay, good. Okay, so that's all. You've put the film in, which is good. What you might want to do is use what I'm doing, so Screencast-O-Matic, okay, and talk over stuff. So watch a video, pause it, and then talk over like I'm doing, and then kind of explain what you're doing. Alright, you need to name your blog as well. Call it like AS Media, Zack's blog, or whatever. Look at the others in your class to kind of get the title you need. Okay, you've got a good start. However, you've only kind of covered up until the prelim task, okay? So you've got the majority of the stuff on there, which is a good start. However, you really need to be putting stuff down of your planning for your film opening. Okay, looking at real film openings, what you're going to take from your order planning, target audience, mood board, the genre, the codes of convention of the genre, what directors get, all of this stuff you need to add. Okay, you need to be like down here. Okay, potentially. Okay, all of this stuff you should have done because you're filming at the moment. I hope you're taking pictures whilst filming so you can add to your blog. Okay, so use this as a checklist. If you haven't got it, I'll give it to you next lesson, but you need to make sure you kind of cover that. Okay, and then we're going to look at the spec. Okay, and it's marked out of 20, your blog. So the marks are as follows. If you get a level 1, so 0 to 7, it's a U. If you get 8 or 9, it's an E. 10 and 11 is a D. 12 to 13 is a C. 14 to 15 is a B. And then 16 to 20 is an A. You are just into level 2, okay? It's quite basic, so I'm going to give you an 8, which is an E. Okay, you need to be doing much better than that. You need to be aiming for at least a level 3, if not level 4, okay? So right now you're on an E. It's quite basic because you've got the stuff there, but you need to kind of push yourself a bit further. Okay, all of this stuff you're missing about your actual film that you're making. You need to make it more media rich. Okay, so make prezzies, make them interesting, embed videos, use this Screencast-O-Matic, talk over everything. Okay, it's a really good way of kind of analyzing stuff. But yeah, as I said, make it more media rich. So you need, as I said, you need to be pushing for much higher than 8. Okay, so you really need to get back into blogging. It says you haven't blogged for a couple of weeks now. So you need to make sure you're blogging like 4 hours a week. Okay, that's what you need to be doing. Okay, this is worth quite a lot of your marks. So please ensure that you start doing this in more detail. Thank you.